What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are switching the venue. That's big terminology right there. We are at Jude's house, which is actually in the same neighborhood because Jude lives like a couple houses down the street from me. We're coming to you guys today to show you guys Jude's
330 CI.
330 CI 6-speed manual drift car, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Fun street car that he slides into stuff.
Yes.
And he has a fun time.
It's a 2004 330 CI. Got the M54 3-liter in it, 6-speed manual. The interior is half stripped, so I literally cut the carpet down the backing of the seat. Yeah, actually in the front of the seat. Everything in the rear has been stripped out of it, but then everything up here is still stock. So when you're driving it, it feels like a stockish car, except for the loudness. Basically, the only thing that's changed from when I got this car is that when I got it, cosmetically it looked nice, but suspension-wise, it was absolutely clapped. Now, suspension-wise, it's pretty perfect, but cosmetically it's a little bit a zip screw M3 bumper with zip ties in it somewhere up there. I actually love my headlights, I will say that.
That's crazy. Yeah, guys, the point of this car is like a car to go out on the street and have a good time. Like, you aren't worried about...
Like, I've put it into hillsides, I've put it into guardrails. One, like I'm learning. Two, I'm badass. Like, it doesn't really matter because it's a E46 non-M. It's a perfect car if you want to go out there, start sliding, start being a fast boy. But today I'm redoing the interior because I can't really stand it. I have an NRG seat, but
Yo, this seat's fire. Guys, if I recommend buying NRG seats because they're super strong and like, they're super safe.
Yeah, like in case of a crash, you want your seat to fall.
Yeah, you want your seat to flex and you want your seat to break is basically what we're saying. Basically what we're doing is we're just pulling the rest of the interior out, and then so Jude has this Kilomat in the car.
Which is good, it's not bad.
We're gonna strip that out because this is like Jude's first iteration of making the car nicer. He's gonna get the interior nicer, and then once he puts his M3 rear end in with all the polyurethane bushings, I think you're gonna pretty the car up, are you?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But I know this car looks like an absolute hoopty right now, but it is so much fun to drive, and it's so much fun to have a car just not to give a shit about and go out and just have fun with your friends. Walk me through what you're doing right now, Jude.
We are tearing out the Kilomat that I put in this summer. I had a girlfriend and I wanted her to be like, oh, that thing's nice and refined. So I put some Kilomat in it.
This thing is nice and refined, people. This thing's nice and refined.
I wanted her to not hate it, but we broke up, so we're tearing this. We're tearing this the fuck out.
She broke.
We're no, it's not like that.
This stuff is actually fuck. I just sliced my hand open on Jude's fucking shitter. I've been in this car for 5 minutes and now I'm bleeding. There's Jude, you know, stash of stuff, coolant, typical BMW stuff.
Yeah, that's why they put that there. They took
that's why they put that there. They have the battery in the trunk so you can have coolant and all your essential fluids stored in there.
So when you're on like your third run of the night and you're like, oh shit, my coolant light just came on, run out there, pop the hood, blow that cap off, pour it in there, you're all good.
You're chilling. All right, Jude, give us an update so far.
It came off at first pretty easily, but now I think a little bit of water got in the car because it's a little wet and it smells bad. The metal is stripping away.
That's gonna be nasty to peel up. And that metal is sharp as hell.
Yeah, it is. Julian cut himself already. Beta move. Yeah.
I was trying to help you, dog, and then my shit slipped and I got blood everywhere. Look at all that fucking shit. Dude, you could have saved yourself so much time if you just didn't put that in.
Yeah,
so here's our results, and we're looking pretty good so far. Oh shit, Jude!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
That's how we're rocking.
God damn! Wait, no! Fire that back up! Oh man! You must have had some crazy times in here.
You know it.
I was just sitting on TikTok. I can't be doing that. We gotta be filming with
all right, guys.
Right now.
So now we
run us through it, Jude. Run us through it.
All right. So we vacuumed the car out now, and I'm gonna put on gloves. Although these aren't the gloves you'd want to wear for this.
Yeah, that's just gonna go right through and get all over your skin.
We vacuumed it up. It's not really that clean. There's still shit everywhere. I don't really care. We're gonna see if this aircraft remover will remove like this fucking bullshit.
Yeah, like this. Here's a better look. It's like this sticky residue that holds it on.
We're just gonna kind of like paint this all over. I'm gonna do a fairly thick thing.
Smells really good.
I know, hasn't it? It'll start burning.
You remember when I did this when I got chemical burns on my hand?
Do I remember? How could I forget?
All right, so we're gonna get back to you guys when we got everything covered in the paint remover. I'm guessing we're gonna have to do a little bit of scraping action after we get it covered, but we'll get back to you when we're done with this. We're back, everyone. It's the next day later. We're doing things. Jude, tell the people what things we're doing.
Went to Home Depot, kind of reevaluated. We got some scrapers, a pretty strong wire brush. We picked up Goo Gone, and for some reason,
This shit is fire.
it is eating it away.
It's fire.
So-
like, look at this side. Look how clean that side is.
so much better from yesterday, and then we let it sit on this side, and it basically
And,
just
and it literally just
dissolved
like
it.
comes off. Like, look at that. It's
Yeah.
crazy good. Yeah, another big tech tip with JD and JC over here. It's use Goo Gone if you're trying to get like OEM sticky sound deadening residue off. So this is how we peel up the sound deadening. I did this in 2002. We don't have any dry ice right now, so we're resorting to this method. Basically, I'm just going over everything. And I'm like heating everything up like that. I'm not melting it off. I'm just getting it hot. And then I'm gonna take a scraper here, and then we're gonna go down and just scrape it off. Look at that. Look how nice that comes off.
And then it will leave that hive pattern back, but I think with that
Oh
technique,
yeah, dude, the Goo Gone
yeah.
is gonna like,
It's just gonna eat that away.
We're gonna get everything peeled up, then Goo Goned, and then get to the point where we can start laying down some primer, and then we're gonna get back to Yins.
2,000 years later.
So we got a little bit change of our venue. I actually moved the 2002 out of my garage, and then we brought Jude's car over to this garage just because the lighting's better stuff and things for filming. So
We have so much work to do. It's unbelievable. Throw down the front plastic now, so when we get to grinding and stuff, the interior that's stock doesn't get fucked up.
Jude's gonna be working on that. I think his car looks so much better in here because, you know, the lighting, we got lights. But in the meantime, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of work on the E30. This is my S54 swapped E30. If you guys are new here, go check out all the other videos. And if you guys are new here, you should be subscribed, because if you're watching this video and you aren't subscribed, there's something wrong with you. All right, Jude, what have we got so far?
So I cut out the 4 tabs that needed to be cut out, sitting in the back there. Basically, we're just doing what we did on Julian's engine bay, but to the back of my car.
Yeah, it's just like time's flying by and we're barely filming because there's nothing much to film just because it's so repetitive, but Jude's gonna stay working on that. I'm gonna show you guys what I got going on here. I had previous problems with the oil cooler lines in this car because it didn't like match up right, and I have an E46 CSF radiator with an E46 CSF oil cooler. Where I had the oil cooler mounted off of the rad, like it just bolts right onto the bottom of the rad. This like frame rail thingy got in the way of the oil cooler, and the oil lines were bunched up. So what I figured out is if I lower the oil cooler down, I'm actually still gonna have plenty of ground clearance with it. If I lower the oil cooler down like another inch and a half, the lines are gonna be able to go in, and I'm gonna be able to have airflow to my oil cooler without cutting up my cross member. So I cut the mounting tabs off just like this. All of these little tabs, and so I'm going to weld these where they used to sit, and they used to sit there. It's gonna lower the oil cooler an inch and a half, and now the oil lines will work. I'll also have airflow going to the oil cooler. So I'm gonna get these things welded up, bolt it on, see how the lines look, and then we're gonna check in with Jude. We should be ready to paint. I just got a lot of work done on the E30. I'm sorry I didn't film it. We don't have like a filmer right now, because I'm working on my car and Jude's also working on his car. I have the oil cooler lines in, and the OEM oil cooler lines actually will work. What I did is I dropped down the oil cooler like that, so I welded on little brackets right there to lower it down about an inch and a half. And now you guys can see the OEM oil lines come down like normal. And now we have airflow for our oil cooler, and we have plenty of ground clearance between the ground and our oil cooler. So super happy how that turned out. Let's see what Jude's got going on over here.
Still taping off my interior. Just a super boring and time consuming process, but in the end it's gonna be worth it for how this is gonna look. We finished grinding off all of these tabs on these little holes, like here and here, down here, and that big one right there. I'm gonna have to weld, and this stuff is thin as pop can, so that's gonna suck, but I can't have holes back here because it's gonna start rusting out from the inside out.
All right, so Jude has the welder out right now. He's getting the welder dialed in right now. So basically, he just had some small like pinholes show through when he was cutting away like all the brackets and stuff. So he's just going over all that.
Looks like it's turning out pretty good.
And then after we get done with that, we're gonna grind the welds down. Then once that is done, we're gonna do a final wipe down with like acetone or paint prep. And then we're gonna be ready to lay down our primer. Look at that E30. All right, guys, we are ready to paint, baby.
Yes, sir. Everything's for the most part taped up, blocked off, plasticed up. A little nervous right now.
Look at this in here. It looks good in here. We're gonna throw down some paint.
Yeah, we got this sick turbo can. Look how long Jude, hold that can, hold that, Jesus. All right, hold it up to your face so we get an idea how big it is. We got the E30 covered off right now just because, I don't want to get overspray on the beautiful S54 and, the engine bay. So we're going to get to it. I'm going to film Jude while he's painting, and we're going to see how shit of a job he does. What's the plan, Jude? What's the plan?
We're going to have to do probably the back and then the center console, so I still have places to stand.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to kind of paint the floors from maybe outside of the car.
Oh, that's crazy. Shit. Dude, that turbo can is crazy. Look at the fan on that. That's crazy. That's actually insane.
I'm honestly really impressed with what that thing's doing. That thing is laying down a serious paint. It's just hucking that down. Damn, we are looking good. Look at that, baby. That is looking spectacular. Good job, Jude.
Thanks, man.
That sucked. That sucked.
I'm actually, yeah.
Look at that. That looks good, baby. I like it, Jude.
And as you guys know, this is just the primer. The next video that we do on this car will be laying the lizard skin. I'm just excited to see how I think it's gonna turn out pretty good. And when it turns out good, I'm probably gonna wanna do this on my car.
We came a long way in this video.
Yeah.
At the beginning of this video, it was literally just crud.
Yeah,
it was straight,
crud.
It was literally straight crud. Now it's actually looking pretty good. So I'm super stoked for Jude. I think this looks great. Jude's just throwing some little final touches on it. He should be wearing a respirator.
I didn't vape today, so this is kind of making up for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
You get my logic.
Speaking of vaping. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap up this video. I have no idea how long this video is gonna be because how many days did we film this video over? 3. We filmed it over 3 days. We started in Jude's garage, then we went to my garage, and we had so many stops and starts and stops and starts. I'm sure this is gonna be hell editing. Yeah, but this is the first video on Jude's E46. There's gonna be many, many more videos to come on this car. The interior actually turned out pretty damn good. This is just the primer. I'll throw a couple pictures of what the lizard skin, it's raptor liner or something like that. I'll throw a couple pictures of what that looks like in a car interior. So regarding the E30, there's a little bit more stuff that I have to do. Not much, it's just a bunch of finishing touches and just a bunch of small stupid stuff. This thing is starting to come together. It's looking really good. Guys, this kind of gave us a sense of what it's almost gonna be like when me and Jude get our shop. I'm working on one of my cars, Jude's working on one of his cars. Once we get to the point of having a shop, we are gonna be making videos every other day. Maybe sometimes even every day. I just can't wait till we get a shop. I also can't wait for the summer where both of these cars, the E30 and Jude's car is all done. We're gonna have so much content. It's not even gonna be funny. Is there anything else you wanna add?
No, I'm excited to see how this video comes out.
That being said, we're gonna close this video out, people. Dream so big it's scary. Peace out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Boom.